I would define hostile crowd in the situations I've been in where the crowd or members of the crowd were threatening and or throwing bottles and rocks at us, at the police.
Have you had that experience?
Yes, sir.
On more than one occasion?
Yes.
When you reviewed the body-worn cameras, did you see anybody throw any rocks or bottles?
No, I did not.
Did you see anyone physically attack the officers?
No, I did not.
Did you hear foul language or name calling?
There was some name calling, yes, but and some foul language, but that was about the most of it.
Did that factor into your analysis?
No.
Why not?
Because I did not perceive them as being a threat.
And why is that?
Because they were merely filming, and most of it was their concern for Mr. Floyd.
When an officer is on scene and he's making a decision to use force, and a crowd assembles, whether they're peaceful or not peaceful, an officer, a reasonable officer, has to be aware of what they're doing, right?
Absolutely.
And that can distract an officer.
In certain instances, yes.
And if I start calling you names, that conveys a meaning, right?
Yes.
And a reasonable officer could foresee that or see that, perceive that as a threat.
Name calling, I would say it depends on the officer's training and experience.
Okay. But an officer, a reasonable officer, could perceive the words that people are saying and the tone that it is being said in as a threat or a risk to the officer's safety. Agreed?
A risk, possibly, but officers are typically trained that when it comes to verbal threats in and themselves, that you can't just use that only to justify force.
Even with the hurricanes and everything, and we didn't evacuate.
The directions for who needs to evacuate and the boundaries have been less than accurate. You know, they're just kind of hard to understand.